Okay, we'll begin this again. So, looking at the website, we've got two results at the moment. We've got the results SCM, which stands for Sailing Club Manager. So if we're using the Sailing Club Manager web results, this is where they'll end up once they've been published. And then we have this other section, which is results, Sailwave and SCM. So there's a link and that will take you to the Sail Manager results using the Sail Manager system. And if we click Sailwave results, we'll get nothing because we haven't added anything. But these are where the results will appear. So once you've got a set of results that you're happy with and you've published them to the browser from Sailwave, and you're happy with how they are, we then need to work out how to get these up. So this isn't very difficult at all, really. If you right click anywhere in the white area, whatever you do, don't right click here or don't right click here on images or links. Best thing to do is find some white space and right click and then go to page source. This should be similar in all the other browsers like Firefox, Edge, and Chrome. You should be able to get the page source up, and that's where you normally find it by right-clicking. So this is all the markup of the results, because the results, when they're published from Sailwave, are actually a web page that they published. So it makes putting them up online very easy. So what we want to do first is highlight and copy all of this. So you can do what I did then, which is left click right at the beginning, hold it down and drag and copy. And you can scroll like this and copy, but this can take ages. And if you're a bit, what's the phrase? A bit impatient like me, you can copy them all. So you can select it all even. So letting go of the mouse and everything, hold down Control and press A. And what you'll notice is that selects everything. So if I scroll right down, we can see that we've selected everything. The next thing we need to do is copy it. So right click somewhere over the highlighted text and press copy. And now we've copied it. So the next thing we need to do is log into the back end of Sailing Club Manager. So you need someone with back-end access. So this is what it looks like from my point of view. So this is the Sailing Club Manager results using the Sailing Club Manager system. But this is not where we put the Sailwave results. The Sailwave results will live under website content. Now, it's pretty important. All of this is all of the content on the front end of the website. So be very careful when you're adding things in here. What I would recommend is that we put everything in this folder called Sailwave results. If you put them into another folder, they won't appear here. So everything as set up has to go into this results folder. And you can see it's a folder because it looks like one. So if we go across to where you've got add, we can add these results. So this creates a new article. The best thing to do, so you don't need to touch any of this at all. The best thing to do is to start this as an iframe. So we left click on mark as iframe, and this will embed the Sailwave results much better in the website. You don't need to alter any of this. Don't alter any of these other things. You want them within this folder called Sailwave results. If you put them anywhere else, they will end up somewhere else on the website. No idea where. So whatever you do, don't do that. Don't alter any of this. Don't add them as a folder or add as a folder as URL. This part here where you've got content is where we're going to put the results. So when I say the results, I'm talking about this. So we copied it earlier, but I'm going to copy it again. And I'll get back to my tab and I just right click and I press paste. And those are the results. give it a title. So I'm going to say 2024 A series results. Scroll down. I wouldn't put anything in here, and I wouldn't put anything in the summary as it doesn't actually show through. These other things, if you want to leave it as a draft, check that, and it won't appear on the front end of the website, but you'll still have it. But I think I would just ignore it and leave it unchecked. This SEO stuff, again, I wouldn't recommend doing anything. These contacts and related information, don't put anything in there because this relates to other parts of the website. So it will relate to other things which might affect the membership side of the website and the way the boat parking is done. Leave them completely bare. Age restriction, the same thing, and the advanced, don't touch anything in there. Press the update button, and what we'll notice is the page reloads, and we've now got 2024 A series results in the Sailwave results folder. When we go back to the website, so we're at the Sailwave results, when we do a page refresh, what we'll notice is we've got 2024 A series results. When we open that up, we can see the results are in here, just like so. So the next thing that might be of interest is we can see we've got this no image section. So we can have an image on there. Something to note that as we add results in, this will be populated and we'll get more and more of these in here, which I'll demonstrate in a minute. And we can put an image in. So this part here is just the title, which is this title here. So it's just this title, so we can update it to test just to show you the difference. So now I've updated it to test at the end, you'll notice that it adds test. The other thing we can do, as I say, is we can add an image. So the way to do this is where it says files and uploads, you can either select a document and it needs to be an image of some description. My recommendation is make sure it's something that's below 300 kilobits in size. If in doubt, don't upload anything. Instead, what you can do, if you don't want to upload an image, is you can use a photo. And that doesn't seem to be working. There we go. It was just taking some time. Sometimes the website does this, so just pick a photo or an image that you want to use, and we can press update. And now we'll notice when we do a page refresh that we have an image. Just to show you how it will look when we have more results, if I add another result, and I'm going to call this results 2, very badly spelt, but anyway, I'm going to copy these results back in here like so, press update, and what you'll notice when we do a refresh on the front end is we've got another one. So what it will do, it will add them on. I would imagine it probably get 4 on there, and then it will break them into another line, and it will carry on adding them like so. So I think that kind of gives us something to be working with. As I say, we can add a image to results too. So just to prove it, I can scroll down, add an image. Let's choose something random. So we'll choose this one, scroll down, press update. And when I do my hard refresh again, eventually we'll get an image of kitten calf. And there we go. That's our set of results uploaded. as I say, be very careful when you're adding things in here. We'll try and set it up so that you can't actually do any damage to anything, but we think this is probably the best way to go. Let me know if you've got any questions. Thanks, bye.